Thank you. I'm Crista Valentino, co-director of CoalitionWILD, a collaborative project between the WILD Foundation, Simon Jackson, founder of the Spirit Bear Youth Coalition, and the organization I'm proud to represent, the Murie Center. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be here with you today. Thank you to the WILD Foundation and all of the many people, agencies, and organizations that have contributed to this Congress. Thank you to Vance Martin for his guidance and his mentorship as a visionary leader, an example to rising leaders all over the world. I'm joined by Jordi van Oort from the Netherlands, Lincoln Meyer, and Michael Grover, both from South Africa, each of whom has contributed greatly towards this growing movement that I'm excited to talk about today. You'll hear from each of them a little more from each of them shortly. WILD10 is about bringing together people and nature, recognizing how we thrive when nature thrives. It has been this way, and it will always be this way. It's about the amazing stories of people all over the planet, about what they are doing to build a better future for all life. In my mind, and in the mind of those who join me here and around the world as a part of this movement, it's a story filled with hope. CoalitionWILD is eagerly pointed towards a future that embraces this vision, a movement of rising leaders creating a wilder world. Throughout high school, college, and even post-college, I was always interested in getting involved in something meaningful. I wanted to do something that bettered a situation for a community, for the world, for myself. But I never knew where to begin. Nobody I knew was a part of an organization or a cause that I was interested in. I didn't know how to start one myself, and I didn't have the resources to figure it out on my own. Searching the internet to find something meaningful to get involved with proved to be overwhelming. What I needed was to be inspired, to be connected. What I needed, quite frankly, was a bit of hand-holding, a hey, look what I'm doing, you can do this too type of message. So now at 26, when I've had the opportunity to help design an initiative, a movement that brings people together from around the world who are doing amazing work, to promote their work and to connect them to others who want to do something meaningful, it occurred to me that this is what I was searching for. This was a need that had not been filled. And by the enthusiastic response that we've been receiving since the launch of CoalitionWILD, it's clear that many feel the same way. CoalitionWILD provides rising leaders with the inspiration and connections to initiate change in their communities. It's a platform to showcase innovative ideas and projects, to celebrate successes, and to inspire creativity. The movement highlights how connected we are to each other, how connected we are to nature, and how people and nature will thrive together. We're asking people under 35 to join the movement of rising leaders, to share their passion and their ingenuity while embracing inclusive tactics to expand the conservation base and connect more people to nature across the globe. And these rising leaders need mentors. Our International Coordinating Committee provides peer-to-peer support and connections to vast networks of experienced leaders who can help turn visions into reality and to provide outlets for that passion. One of those mentors I wish was here with me today is Simon Jackson, who might still be considered a rising leader at 31, except he's been a voice for wildlife since the age of 13. That's when he founded the Spirit Bear Youth Coalition, which became one of the world's largest youth-led environmental initiatives, mobilizing a network of over 6 million youth in 85 countries, helping to secure one of the largest land protection measures in Canadian history. Simon has a long list of awards and accolades to his name, but he's going to be the first to say that there's nothing particularly special about him, except that he recognized that he had a passion to save a beautiful white bear, and he acted on it. His voice mattered for that bear and to the land in British Columbia. All of our voices matter to the lands and the wildlife that we love. That's the power of one that Simon's story represents, an example that defines this movement. Along with Simon, several others have stepped up around the globe to help guide this movement. Two of them are with me today, and I'll invite them now to share their stories with you.
Good morning. As Crista already told, my name is Jordi van Oort, and I'm from the Netherlands. I want to talk to you a little bit about CoalitionWILD and what we're trying to do. I think a lot of people in your masters and your bachelors have projects around the world, but it's always difficult to start projects, and you don't know where to get funding, and you run into problems. And I think a lot of people actually run into the same problems. And if we can create a CoalitionWILD platform, which we are doing now, it will be possible for these people to connect and share their ideas and also share their problems, because maybe somebody already has the solution. Another thing, obviously, that CoalitionWILD wants to do is to get as many seniors and mentors involved, because you've all been through a lot of problems probably in setting up projects and doing projects throughout the world. So you'd be able to help young people to actually do what they want to do and to help them come over their problems. Another thing the platform wants to do is to display the opportunities for young professionals, so maybe through traineeships, through junior positions, or either through jobs in any form of Wilderness Foundation. So without further ado, I'm going to be very blunt in stating that if anybody would be interested in hiring me, we can talk after this meeting. Thanks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meyer from South Africa, working for the Wilderness Foundation. I want to start off by thanking the Wilderness Foundation South Africa, in particularly Andrew Murie, for supporting my involvement in CoalitionWILD. My role in CoalitionWILD is basically to head up the mentorship program. And the program is to provide a platform for young professionals to meet up with, I don't want to use the term elder professionals, I'd rather say more experienced professionals. And nothing captures the essence or the importance of this more than the following. If it was not for the mentorship of Ian Player to Vance and Andrew, we might not have even had a WILD1. And 40 years down the line, this is where we are at. Imagine what we can do with a platform like this and 40 more years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lincoln, Jordi, and Simon have been a part of this project since the beginning. With their help in April, CoalitionWILD launched an international challenge to get more people involved in making the world a wilder place in the months leading up to WILD10. Using a social media platform, CoalitionWILD asked the question, how are you creating a wilder world? And invited people to share their idea or project in a global contest. The Wilder World Challenge was designed to provide an outlet for creativity and passion that would grow into a movement of rising leaders before, during, and after WILD10. In just a few months, the challenge received 83 projects from 22 different countries and 6 different continents. Entries ranged from local to global in scope, ideas ranging from 13-year-old working to protect the Maui's dolphin in New Zealand to building a place-based environmental education curriculum for schools in coastal communities in Peru. Each idea submitted moved us a step closer to showing the world how our generation can celebrate and protect nature through a new generational movement. Projects were evaluated based on likelihood of success, potential impact, creativity, and innovation. 2 winners were chosen to represent CoalitionWILD here at WILD10. Michael Grover from South Africa, who's here with me, and Rahul Kumar from India, who unfortunately wasn't able to join us today because of delays in his visa application. In addition to contributing to many wildlife conservation projects in India since high school, the 21-year-old Rahul is creating a website to build awareness and public support for wildlife issues in Bihar, India. where wildlife conservation has not been a high priority. The website will serve as a central hub for information and a platform to encourage participation. As one of the winners of Coalition WILD's Wilder World Challenge, Raul will serve as a Coalition WILD ambassador and mentor of the and member of the coordinating committee. Despite being unable to attend, Raul's relentless enthusiasm overshadowed his disappointment. Here's how he greeted the news of his visa delay. "This is my bad luck. However, this is not going to break me down. I'm just on a lifetime mission to save the wildlife, and I will never stop. Coalition WILD has changed my life. I had never imagined that I would be getting such an amazing opportunity. I feel proud of being a part of the Coalition WILD movement." And we're proud to know Raul. Our other winner, Michael Grover, has inspired us by using innovative methods to help protect the rhinos in South Africa. I'll let him tell you a little bit more about his story.
Thanks very much, Crista. As she said, my name's Michael Grover. I'm the ecologist in the Sabi Sand Private Game Reserve, which forms part of the Greater Kruger National Park, 2.5 million hectares of wilderness area. But unfortunately, at the moment, I'm an ecologist busy fighting a war, and when it comes to rhino poaching, we're losing the battle. So, because I'm not trained as a soldier, I decided to do things that I know best, and that was technology. So I'm looking outside of the box, using alternative methods to try and curb rhino poaching in our area. And Coalition WILD and the challenge really gave me a platform to get out there and spread my ideas, and also get networking and mentorship opportunities. So I'd really like to encourage everybody to attend a discussion and a workshop that we'll be holding. I'm going to do a short presentation on how I'm doing things, and then I'd really like to get into a discussion about how we can take the rhino poaching efforts forward and see what we can do to change it. So it'll be in the Aula building in room 2.3 on the 9th of October. So in session A. So please join us for that, and we look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Michael and Raul are two of many rising leaders supported by the Coalition WILD platform. The Wilder World Challenge introduced us to passionate people and innovative projects from all over the world, from New Zealand to Canada, Peru to Iceland, Togo to Spain. Our goal is to inspire, cultivate, and connect rising leaders and to bring more attention to a growing movement that will create the wilder world in which we seek. Visit us in the Coalition WILD Lounge, located downstairs in the atrium, the central gathering place for young professionals, where you could find more information about the exciting work happening around the world. The lounge is open to everyone, and we encourage everyone to stop by and to meet and network with other change-making delegates. Every day at 6:30, we'll be hosting different presenters who will present their work and explain to you how you are able to get involved with them. So the Coalition WILD movement launches now, here in Salamanca. This is the first gathering of Coalition WILD's rising leaders, ambassadors, and delegates. While we are here to develop personal and professional leadership skills and to take part in the Congress, we're also here to connect to mentors and to share ideas across generations. We value perspectives of the experienced and of the youthful. But we also recognize that of the 7 billion of us, half of those are under 30. So this is a call to action for the entire generation to preserve nature, to plan with foresight, and to embrace this opportunity and the challenges that lay before us. 7 billion of us, 7 billion reasons for hope. When we each do one good thing, anything is possible. No matter what people say to the contrary, one person, no matter their age, can make a difference for all life. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. People are doing great work all over the world. Their work is making a difference. We just need more people doing big things, small things, more leaders rising. Join us. Thank you. Oh, and I did it.